Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Condor Games here with part 2 of, well, 2 of the thrilling web series, Can You Beat Pokemon Emerald with no EXP, no items in battle, and playing on set mode? Not the catchiest title, I definitely have to work on that. Anyways, if you have not checked out the first video, I would recommend doing that. I'll give you 3 seconds. Alright, time to get to the second half of the video. After getting a new pair of eyes, aka getting the Go Goggles, we get access to the sand part of Route 110. We can nab a rare candy, and catch some new Pokemon. It's honestly killing me how terribly I executed this naming scheme, so I'm just gonna say what it was. It's New York Knicks players. I really should have used last names instead of first names because they just sound like regular names now. I think I realized this, but only at the way end of the game. I do know though that my name for Rayquaza was perfect. Well, enough dilly-dallying. Let's go and prove to my dad that I'm not a disappointment, and that he should have come back with the milk. Before I challenge my old man, I'm gonna poison my Machop to get that extra attack boost with the Guts ability. Well, actually first I need to beat the trainers in his gym, and one of those trainers happens to wipe me with a wannabe Teletubby. That's not a particularly good sign, but whatever, let's just say I wasn't prepared for him, yeah.
Double kill.
Let's check in on one of my first attempts. Like I've mentioned before, I didn't do too much preparation for this challenge, and I don't particularly care about the number of my resets, so I'm just building my strategy out right now. Oh, no way, really? I eventually get past the Vigoroth, but with my team pretty much entirely dead. We do have our Digging Machop alive for the slacking though, and we can test out our dig damage. We hit dig and, oh my god. Did y'all even see the health bar move? Okay, it moved a little bit, but yikes. This is obviously not going to be the run, and we're going to have to iron out this strategy a little bit. What I ended up deciding to do was catching more Patricks, aka Machops, for my team. 5 of them to be exact. You may be thinking, is having 5 Machops a little bit overkill? Maybe. However, they all have different roles for this battle. It took a little bit of trial and error to determine which ones I wanted to have a Guts boost, and which ones to leave without an Affliction, but I think I eventually figured it out. We can only have 3 Machops die to the first 2 Pokemon. We just bitch a little bit, yeah. We can only have 3 Machops die because we want to sacrifice the last Machop to Slacking when it comes out. Or maybe Lanoon comes out next. And then we just sack Sableye to it. Alright, we'll figure it out. Unfortunately, I didn't have a Person Berry, so I couldn't give that to Patrick 5. That would have made this more consistent, but after a first turn Teeter Dance, a critical hit with Karate Chop makes spin done. It's nice that Patrick 5 was able to solo Victory Royale that, because we have some extra Patricks at our disposal now. Patrick 4 and Patrick 3 are poisoned in order to deal extra damage to the Vigoroth, and with some teamwork and the power of friendship, their Karate Chops are just able to take down the Vigoroth. I've noticed that my dad has very low Pokemon IQ, unlike my big brain. He rarely makes switches, and this benefits me a lot because Lanoon is another victim of the ghosty boy. Its initial belly bump helps expedite the process a little bit. Well, not really because he uses both of his potions, however that's so helpful because our dig does shite damage to Slacking, and now Slacking doesn't have any heals left. Thank you, terrible AI. I should have gotten a Leer off on one of his loafing turns, but it's no matter. Because of the equipped Lepaberry and his lack of potions, we're able to get this win with Patrick 2, despite it not just taking 4 ever, but 5 ever. Honestly, shout out to all the Patricks, man. Y'all the real MVPs. 5 down and just 3 gyms left to go. Let's go! After the battle, Wally's dad gives us the Surf HM because he's so thankful we finally made his son leave home. I then catch a few Pokemon while surfing the seas, and get a few items that will be useful later, like the Ice Beam TM in the abandoned ship, and a rare candy right outside of it. Alright, the next plot element is defeating the Team Aqua Grunts in the Weather Institute to stop them from collecting data on the legendary Pokemon cast form? Yeah, we'll go with that, that's the plot. But to be honest, this part of the story is always so underwhelming. Like, the Aqua admin here is so underleveled, I literally cannot gain experience with my Tentacool, and I still have 6 levels on 2 of her Pokemon. She's an absolute joke, and we can trudge forward to Four Tree City, home of the 6th gym leader. Psych, you probably forgot that there's a rival fight like 4 steps outside of the Weather Institute, which is honestly really stupid, but whatever. I don't know why they felt you needed the Fly HM at this point.
I feel like it would just make more sense if Steven gave it to you with the Devon scope, but whatever. I'm probably just playing the fight in the background right now because she's really not a problem once again. Her ace is only level 31, and we actually have some decent matchups for her Pokemon. So once we beat May, then we can go on to Fort Tree City. But before we can actually challenge Winona, we have to get the Devon scope from Steven. Dang, I really suck at this script writing thing. I thought Winona was going to be pretty easy, so I wanted to challenge myself further on top of this already arbitrary challenge, just to say that I could. I wanted to see if I could beat her with just Carmelo 2 the Pelipper. As my chat said, I'm just teabagging her as a Giga Power move. I caught it as a level 30 Wingull, and used Rare Candy to get it to level 31, and then taught it Shockwave and Ice Beam. On the first attempt, I was unpleasantly surprised. I actually got a freeze on her Swablu, but realized I cannot one-shot Swablu, Pelipper, or Skarmory. Okay. I proved that this gym was definitely possible with a full team. Without any strategy, I was able to beat her on my first attempt with a Cast Form and 2 Pelippers, but I was committed to teabagging her. This attempt here was so close, though.
Pelipper, Shockwave. We just have to not get hit by Supersonic. Like, it's just game over once we get hit by Supersonic, I think. Especially because we never fucking... Dude, it just goes for Supersonic again. We never hit when we need to. Okay, we hit when we need to there. We need to hit through here, and then we need to snap out next turn and kill it, so it doesn't get another chance to use it. Wow, it used Aerial Ace. That's the first time I think I've seen it use Aerial Ace. Snap out there, which is big. We're gonna need like a crit. I don't see any way we do this without a crit here. If we get a crit here, we survive 2 Dragon Breaths. Would a crit Ice Beam be enough, though? No. We should still survive 1 Dragon Breath. Maybe it goes crazy and goes for Dragon Dance? No, browses. Crit, crit, crit. Ah! Freeze! Freeze! Freeze, 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 freeze. Oh my god, go, go, go. No! First turn defrost! Oh, come on, dude.
However, we eventually got a winning run. Actually, I think this is the very next attempt. I'm not sure, though. We lose 10 HP on the Swablu on this attempt, and the Tropius then goes down in one shot. The Pelipper fails to double protect, and is left in red after a Shockwave. I'm assuming that Pelipper outsped me, and that's why I went for Quick Attack, but it barely didn't kill, and I take a fair amount of confusion damage before finally taking it out with 50 HP to spare. Skarmory comes out 4th, and I don't want Winona to use a potion on it because it's the most difficult Pokemon to KO. So to manipulate its damage, I go for a Shockwave, an Ice Beam, and then another Shockwave to KO it. It hits me with all 3 of its wing attacks, but with my Citrus Berry I still have 32 HP remaining. With Altaria, I think I might survive a Dragon Breath from this range, and I think I'm correct because it goes for Dragon Dance, not seeing a kill. My Ice Beam then takes it down to about 1/3 damage. That Dragon Dance raises its attack, but Dragon Breath is special, so can I survive the Dragon Breath? I survive on 1 HP and take down Altaria. Suck it, Winona, get teabagged, yeah! And then we go into another really boring part of the game, both gameplay-wise and story-wise. We go from Mount Pyre to the Team Magma hideout, and then to the Team Aqua hideout. I'm not even going to show the negligibly important boss fights like Matt and the Aqua hideout, but the Maxi fight in the end of the Magma hideout was a little bit difficult. I wasn't extremely prepared on my first time facing him. I should have had Person Berries equipped on more of my Pokemon, yet as you can see here, we still get the miraculous win somehow.
So that's gonna kill. Can we take this out with the rest of our Pokemon? Spark. Confuse Ray again. Hurt itself in confusion. Bite. Kills. Okay. Psybeam could do a little bit of damage. Wing Attack. We survive on 1 HP. Okay. Jason, what do you got? What do you got? Wing Attack, you do not survive. And Iman, you survive? Miss Air Cutter? Quick Attack? Oh, shit. Clutch as hell.
With all that non-gym leader associated plot out of the way, the next obstacle is Tate and Liza. These devilish twins are the cause of a lot of heartache and pain in Nuzlocke and other Pokemon challenges alike. I don't think they're going to be our toughest challenge of the playthrough, but I definitely don't expect them to be easy. On my first few attempts at Tate and Liza, I couldn't even beat a single one of her Pokemon. So yeah, we're definitely going to need to rethink some things. So I made some adjustments to my team and my strategy, so let's check in on past Condor again. This time we're leading with 2 Mightyenas that I randomly caught to make use of their Intimidate ability. Importantly, this puts Claydol at -2 attack, so after that I can switch in Pelipper, which is obviously immune to Earthquake, and a Wobbuffet, which easily tanks it. Okay, interesting, that gives me an idea for the near future. For now though, I just spam Destiny Bond until Xatu activates the trap card. After bringing back in Mightyena, Claydol's attack is so low, however my strongest Sharpedo barely falls to another Earthquake, and spoilers if the video is still behind, we eventually lose the run. I see a lot of potential here though because my Sharpedo is doing about half of Claydol's HP with Crunch, and Wobbuffet helps tremendously. Is the second time with this new strategy the charm?
Nope.
What about the third time? Let's find out. I lead with a Mightyena and a Wobbuffet this time. Turn 1, we know Claydol uses Earthquake, so Pelipper comes in because of Wings, and Wobbuffet uses Counter. At -1 attack, Claydol does just enough damage to kill itself. On turn 1, Xatu went for Calm Mind, and on turn 2 it goes for Psychic against Wobbuffet, but it barely doesn't kill, allowing me to get off a Destiny Bond, so I'm gonna kill something with Destiny Bonds. Well, is it Psychic Bird season or Rock Moon Thing season? Xatu moves first and hits the blue boy, ensuring their mutual demise. Mightyena also does some chip damage to the entering Soul Rock, and at this point you may be noticing that Lunatone is just spamming an awful lot of Calm Minds. Well, that's because it only has Psychic moves, which obviously cannot hit Dark types. Soul Rock charges up for a Solar Beam, but a Crunch from Sharpedo combined with Bite from Mightyena is enough to take down the Rockstar. Rockstar. From this point, it's a long but uneventful win. Bite and Crunch do next to nothing because of all the Calm Minds on Lunatone, but it can't hit us and only just puts us to sleep to further elongate the battle. After like forever, we kill Lunatone and get the 7th gym badge. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud for coming up with that strategy in under 10 resets. And just like that, 1 gym badge and 6 major fights left in the run. Yeah, I know about the Team Magma double battle and the Team Aqua fight, they don't count. I assume Condor in Post is playing the double battle footage right now, but it's really hard to commentate over this battle. I remember that Steven's AI sucks, and we both got confused a lot, but they also kinda suck, and we got the win fairly easily. As thanks for risking our lives to help take out eco-terrorists, the strongest trainer in the region, Steven, gives us the ability to dive underwater. I mean, I wouldn't have minded like a commemorative statue, maybe some Robux, but yeah, I guess that works too. And then we have to go fight another eco-terrorist leader. Sick. However, this time I'm all by myself, so I actually need a little bit of strategy. Archie leads with the Emo Dog, and we lead with Grappler. Archie tries to cheese with Swagger, but I ain't lactose intolerant. I'm prepared with the Person Berry, and after that, a Magnitude 9 crit easily disposes of the bad boy. Yet with Crobat, Archie tries to cheese again with Confuse Ray. I hit my first rollout, but second turn, I'm flinched by Bite. On the third turn, Bite hits again, and I knock myself out from Confusion. Pelipper comes out next, loaded with a moveset of Ice Beam and Shockwave. Crobat's wing attack does a little bit less than half, as does our Ice Beam. At 1/3 HP, Crobat heals with a Super Potion, while we hit another Ice Beam, freezing Crobat. Let's go! From this point, Crobat just stays frozen, and we're able to take it out with a few Ice Beams and a Shockwave at the end. Last is Sharpedo, and I know that I've won. Pelipper does not finish the job, but I still have my trusty Wobbuffet. Although Destiny Bond does not work because of Taunt, it hits me with a Slash, and I counter it back for the win. Now, do y'all think the red orb's gonna work on the blue legendary Pokemon? If you said yes, good try, but you may be colorblind because of course it frickin' doesn't work. Jesus, dummy. And because of the stupid cosplayers, I have to climb Sky Pillar and get the green noodle to disrupt the fight between Kyogre and Groudon, and on the way I catch a Claydol and a Bayonet. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, I also went back up to the pillar to catch the level 70 Rayquaza. That was important, yeah. I'm gonna try to beat everything besides the Elite Four without it though. The final gym leader, Juan, caused me a few resets as well, but to save time in this video, spoilers, we're gonna go right to the winning attempt. I think it was either my 4th or 5th attempt. To be honest, I don't know where this Gyarados came from, but he's here now. Luvdis outspeeds and goes for Water Pulse, doing like nothing, and we hit a Thunder doing about 2/3 damage. Next turn, the Heartfish tries to confuse me, yet Silly Fish, I have a Person Berry equipped, and another Thunder is able to take it out. After that, Whiscash comes out, and I throw in Cast Form solely as a sacrifice to get to Wobbuffet. I really don't have anything to deal with Whiscash, so I just wait for it to use Earthquake, and I counter it back for the kill. After Wobbuffet is KO'd, I bring in Pelipper. And then I immediately realize that was stupid. So then I bring in Gyarados, and Crabhammer takes me down to 81 HP. Despite the rain ending, I hit another Thunder, doing 2/3 damage, and even paralyzing the Crawdons. Crabhammer takes me down to 62 HP, but we then get a second straight Thunder to connect. Celio comes out, and I hit a third straight Thunder, also paralyzing. Next turn, fourth straight hit, and Aurora Beam takes me down to 36 HP. Celio heals, but I hit a fifth straight Thunder that also crits. Holy lord, Lady Luck is on my side. Well, as it heals again, we finally miss, but then we're right back firing again with another Thunder doing half damage, and Celio's immobilized by paralysis. Our last Thunder also hits, and takes Celio down to a sliver. With no heals left, we can just go for Flail for the kill. Well, that just leaves Kingdra. With Thunder PP depleted, we sacrifice the Gyarados who has served us so well. We bring out our Banette, Kingdra goes for double team because it doesn't see a kill, and that allows us to get a curse off. Juan has already used his heals, but he does still have rest to recover his HP. Because of that, Pelipper eventually goes down, but as Sharpedo hit a crunch when it first came out, Kingdra does go down to curse despite 2 subsequent misses because of double team. And that is all 8 gym badges. But directly after that, I have to say that I'm pretty embarrassed. As I entered Victory Road, I was still attempting to not use Rayquaza, and because of that, Wally defeats me not once, not twice, not thrice, but 4 times. But after some planning, we're able to defeat him. We lead with Gyarados again and go for a different 70% accurate move. However, our luck is not as amazing this time, missing the first Blizzard. Second turn, it takes me down to 73 HP, as Blizzard connects doing 2/3. Through my testing, I figured Wally usually switches here, so I switch into Graveler for Wally's Magneton. It hits with a 55% accurate Supersonic, and I didn't equip a Person Berry, so of course, I hit myself. Second turn, Tri-Attack only does 10 HP, and Magnitude 6 does 3/4 damage. Next turn it heals to full, and we hit another Magnitude 6 to get into the exact same game state. Finally, turn 4, it uses Screech, I snap out of Confusion, and hit another M6 for the kill. Roselia's up next and I sacrifice the Graveler, I bring out Pelipper as it sets up Leech Seed, and Ice Beam only does about a third. Second turn I get Toxicked as Roselia goes down to 1/3 HP. But then it uses Giga Drain, which does way more than I expect. So it dies. Gyarados is my next line of defense, and it misses another Blizzard. Ugh. It sets up another Leech Seed, but we do hit Blizzard the next time, which does kill. I'm not sure if that crit mattered. Altaria comes out again, it doesn't see a kill and goes for Dragon Dance while we hit the clutch Blizzard, let's go. 2 Pokemon left, Delcatty now. I outspeed, go for Waterfall doing about a third, and then get hit by Faint Attack for very little damage, and even after Leech Seed I survive on 3 HP. I would have been able to get another hit in if we weren't apparently speed tied, so it KOs me first. And from this point, it's just a really sloppy fight on my end, just watch it. As Delcatty nears red HP, I could have used Explosion to KO it, but instead I opt for Hyper Beam for no reason, and I allow it to survive and heal. Claydol eventually goes down, and then I bring in Banette. With Delcatty at high health, I didn't know whether to use Thunder or Curse, but I opted for Thunder. 2 Thunders take it down to red, and thankfully Sharpedo outspeeds for the KO. And yeah, from this point, Gardevoir can't hit my Dark type, so we're in the clear. It's really hard to hit him because of all the double teams, but eventually we take the win, and we're able to go through Victory Road. That has to be the longest I've ever commentated over a Wally fight. The rest of Victory Road actually goes much easier than expected. We have some good matchups against the trainers, and I had some closer calls, but we're able to make it out of Victory Road without a single reset, besides those with Wally, but we're not going to talk about those, okay? And then really quickly after getting to the end of Victory Road, I go back and fix the generator to get Thunderbolt from Watson, and sell enough stuff to buy another Ice Beam TM using Game Corner coins. Alright, I think that does it. Time for the Elite Four. Out of everything we've done in this challenge, this might be a slightly uneventful end. We've now given myself access to the level 70 Edamame Noodle himself, Rayquaza. I did try a few times without Rayquaza, and while I won't say it's impossible, I will say I've spent way too long on this challenge already. To start off though, we'll still lead with Amari the Hariyama, give another Pokemon a little bit of shine. Despite the leading Intimidate and a first turn Sand Attack, we do about half damage with Vital Throw. Mightyena does a good amount to me and itself from Double Edge, and then we can hit another Vital Throw to kill. Shiftry comes out next and uses Swagger, but I came equipped with a Person Berry, so thanks to the free attack buff, Vital Throw just misses the kill, but after a heal, we can get a better range to kill. Absol comes out to kill with Aerial Ace, but good job Hariyama. Time to bring out the big guns though. Ron Baker comes out and uses Outrage. Absol dies. Cacturn comes out next, and dies. And then Crawdog comes out. We did only get a 2-turn Outrage, but I had another Person Berry equipped. So, Crawdog dies to 1 more Outrage. You can see how this Elite Four might go pretty well. And now the Ghost-type Master is next. Dusclock comes out first and does its classic Protect shenanigans. Turn 2, it fails to double Protect, so we don't kill with Earthquake. Wow, okay, that's slightly concerning actually. But after a heal, we get an even worse range? Huh, okay. So I decided to just go for Outrage, which kills that Dusclops and the second one. The second one was the only scary Pokemon because it had Ice Beam, so even though we're confused now, I feel like we're kind of in the clear. The first Banette goes down to an Earthquake, and then I snap out of Confusion. Her last 2 Pokemon just go down no problem. So that's already 2 Elite Four members defeated. We don't really need Earthquake in our moveset anymore, so we teach Thunderbolt in place of it before Glacia. And it instantly reaps benefits, one-shotting the first Celio. Glalie, however, survives because it doesn't have a water typing, and Ice Beam does over 2/3 damage. Yikes. 2 more Thunderbolts kill the Glalie after a heal. Back to the water dual types. The second Celio goes down easily, but now I know that I can't kill that Glalie in one shot, so I have to go for Outrage. It kills that in one shot, but will it kill the Walrein? No! It survives on like 1 HP and kills Rayquaza with Ice Beam. Dang it! But the fight isn't over yet. This is not just a solo Rayquaza run. First, we bring out Gyarados. Walrein's get a heal, so I go for Thunder. It doesn't do as much as I'd hoped, but we get a huge paralysis. We're able to get off 1 more Thunder before it hits me with the Sheer Cold. Next, we bring out Golbat and use Confuse Ray. It hits itself turn 1. Turn 2, I'm able to get a tiny bit of chip damage in with a Bite before dying to an Ice Beam once again. But last, I bring out my trump card. I use Confuse Ray in case I didn't outspeed, but we do anyways. And I use a Destiny Bond. Walrein hits Surf through Confusion, killing Wobbuffet, but it gives us the win because it kills itself. That was a sloppy win, and we could have done that a lot better if I knew that Thunderbolt wasn't going to kill Glalie, but hey, we're going to take it. So, Drake is the final obstacle between us and the champion. We teach Rayquaza Ice Beam in preparation to this fight, and oh man is Drake's team weak to ice. We know Shelgon would do his Protect shenanigans, but when it finally stops, it goes down in 1. Altaria, down in 1. Flygon, down in 1. You're seeing a pattern here, huh? As I was once told by a Wendy's worker, would you like to make that a 4 for 4? And yes I did. That scary Salamence down in a single Ice Beam. For Kingdra, I was still spamming Ice Beam, so it survives, but an Outrage easily gets the kill the next turn. After all this time, 119 whiteouts, tens of hours on this challenge, we are now 1 fight away from victory without EXP and no items in battle. Let's not drag out the suspense, let's do it. Wallace leads with a Wailord, which dies to a single Thunderbolt despite its bulk. Tentacruel comes out next, and it actually survives the Thunderbolt. That's not good. Its Ice Beam takes me out to 97 HP and freezes me. Tentacruel heals, but I stay frozen for 2 turns, sealing my demise. Demoralizing for sure, but as philosopher Sun Tzu once said in Art of War, if at first you don't succeed, just come back with your rare candies. So, I decided to let ourselves black out so we can make some slight changes to my strategy and moveset and use my 5 rare candies. Going back into Wallace, we have a moveset of Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Fly, and Rest. I really should have used Aerial Ace, I literally had the TM in my bag, you'll see why in a little bit. 121st times the charm for this challenge, I guess. Wallace's Wailord, I like that alliteration, still goes down in 1 Thunderbolt on this attempt. At our higher level, Tentacruel is also now a one-shot, which is really important. Milotic survives a Thunderbolt with red health, but we feel confident taking an Ice Beam to 84 HP. After a berry takes it back to yellow, another Thunderbolt gets the kill. Fourth is Gyarados, which obviously dies to 1 Thunderbolt. Ludicolo is next, and Fly seems like a good idea, right? Wrong. It uses a double team, and Fly misses. Dang it. Let's try Thunderbolt? Nope, also misses. This is why I should have used Aerial Ace, it literally can't miss. We eventually hit a Thunderbolt as it hits Surf for only 26 damage. I think I am out of crit range, but I still use my Resto Chesto here, and it hits another Surf for 23 HP. However, I get my good luck, hitting another Thunderbolt on Ludicolo for the kill. Ludicolo is next, and Fly seems like a good idea, right? Wrong. It uses a double team, and Fly misses. Dang it. Let's try Thunderbolt? Nope, also misses. This is why I should have used Aerial Ace. It literally can't miss. We eventually hit a Thunderbolt as it hits Surf for only 26 damage. I think I am out of crit range, but I still use my Resto Chesto here, and it hits another Surf for 23 HP. However, I get my good luck, hitting another Thunderbolt on Ludicolo for the kill.